everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for an informative and exciting global cruise line webinar with AmaWaterways. My name is Johanna de Guzman. I am the Manager of Industry Relations for North American Travel Trade Membership here at CLIA, and I'm quickly going to go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run for about 40 to 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, CLIA Global. It is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Jasmine Douse. Jasmine is the Director of National Accounts with AmaWaterways. Jasmine is an enthusiastic and tenacious young travel professional born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Her travel career was birthed at AmaWaterways in 2013 as she joined the Ama family as a river cruise reservation specialist. She has grown with the company over the years, and in early 2022, she was appointed to her current role of Director of National Accounts. And with that, take it away, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you for having me, and hello to our family out there. It is wonderful to be here with you today. It is always our pleasure to spend time with our travel partners. You are the heart and soul of AmaWaterways, so it is my honor to be here with you. We're going to talk all about the AmaWaterways difference, and I always think it's great to start off with a video that will show you a day in the life of river cruising with AmaWaterways. So we'll go ahead and get started with that here in just a moment.
Step aboard a world of exceptional experiences, where your journey is our passion. Allow us to share villages that time forgot. Walk along cobblestone streets filled with the lights. Paddle through historic town squares and revel in moments that last a lifetime. When you step aboard AmaWaterways, each day brings a genuine smile that warms the heart. Every river a new culture that inspires, and each course a moment to savor and share. Experience these wonders and delights with AmaWaterways, the heart of the river.
Amazing, amazing. I always get so excited when I see that video, and it puts me into this mindset of being out there on the rivers and having those, amazing travel dreams come true. And so I am your host today. As Joanna mentioned, my name is Jasmine Douse. I'm Director of National Accounts here at AmaWaterways. I have been with AmaWaterways for 10 years, just celebrated 10 years in September, and it's been such an amazing journey. And today we're going to take you through the journey of Ama and what makes us truly different and how you can position us and sell us to your clients. Now, I always like to start off with this slide. Because it really puts ocean and river cruising into perspective. So oceans take you to countries while rivers take you through them. And that is what people love about river cruising. It's the accessibility. It's the fact that your river cruise ship can pull right on over to the banks of the river and you can disembark in just a matter of a minute or so. The fact that those ships dock right in the heart of town, because the banks of the rivers actually, or these cities actually grew from the banks of the rivers, making it one of the absolute best ways to explore Europe. It's the idea that you get to unpack just once and allow the rest of your journey to unfold with every bend of the river that travels through the heart of these cities and countries. There's no seasickness. That's my favorite there. I always say there's no river sickness either. Considering you're not on the sea, right? You're on the river. But there are times you don't know you're sailing until you look out the window and see that beautiful scenery passing you by. And when you see that scenery, you realize just how accessible the land is, right? And just how we are always having something on display, something to see at each side. Well, I would say there's no sea days, SEA days, but there are sea days, SEE, right? Always something to see. Beautiful, stunning scenery, doubling your leisure time because your river cruise ship has become your floating boutique hotel, providing that intimate atmosphere on board. And that is what river cruising is all about. And that's why we love river cruising so much and why AmaWaterways decided to found this company in 2002. It has been 21 years of us leading the way in river cruising, and we can't wait to see what the next 21 years will bring. Now, we all know that there's no bad river cruise product, and we really do love our friendly competitors out there, but it is important to recognize and understand the differences. And at AmaWaterways, our key differentiators, it really starts with our people, our owners, Rudy, Christine, and Gary. But of course, the crew on the ships, the staff here at headquarters and throughout the globe that really represent AmaWaterways, making sure that every single one of our guests feel at home. The crew, I mean, they just blow your mind. They bend over backwards to ensure they're exceeding the guests' expectations. It's been 21 years of keeping this consistency that that your clients can take advantage of. Now, we talk a little bit about inclusions, but we can't forget that, yes, AmaWaterways is not all-inclusive, but we tend to be more inclusive than other companies because our pricing is quite inclusive. With the luxury of more, there are so many things that are included in choices that really elevate the opportunity for your clients to have a wonderful time on board. We always say, remember, it's not what you pay to get on the ship, but what you pay to get off of the ship, right? So there's just so many different things that we can talk about. And the last 21 years has been so eventful. But even in the past this past year in 2023, we're just so proud of some of these accolades and awards that we continue to receive. We're just so proud and we never take them for granted. So we want to thank you because it's our partners out there who make it possible and who allow us to receive these accolades and recognize us for who we are in the industry. And these are our three latest awards that, of course, we are so excited about. At the Travel Age West, we won Best River Cruise Line for Luxury, Best River Cruise Line with the highest client satisfaction, as well as Best River Cruise Line for Families. And that is, I think, speaks volumes to how we position AmaWaterways as that luxury river cruise line who delivers the most amazing experiences, who create these experiences that cater to all, no matter who you are on our river cruise ships. Now, this dream started all the way back in 1975 is when it was first planted. Rudy Schreiner is one of our fearless leaders, and it was in 1975 that he actually traveled to South America for a journalism assignment on the Amazon. And it was here that he designed his very first ship. And we feel that this was the time that he really was, the premonition of him becoming the godfather of river cruising was planted right here. And it's his inspiration for the product of river cruising started at just 22 years old. And this is when he fell in love and understood the concept of this leisure way of travel on the water and right in the heart of a town. And this is when he built that very first ship with his friend's help. These are actually true images on the left, middle, and right. Those are all of Rudy in his prime, as I might say. And really just not really understanding or knowing what the future of river was going to be. And here we are 21 years later. But it was in 2002 that these three families actually came together to create AMA. So as I mentioned, you have Rudy Schreiner, but then you have Christine Karst. And then you also have Gary Murphy. Gary Murphy is in place. He takes the place of his most amazing father, Jimmy Murphy, who was one of the original co-founders of AmaWaterways. So we have Rudy from Vienna, we have Christine from Dresden, we have Jimmy and Gary Murphy from Ireland, and these three intellects came together to create this most amazing company. Their heritage, their passion, the expertise that they had, it really has allowed them to forge these most amazing relationships around the world in these intimate villages. And it really gives us this special access to some of the most authentic and unspoiled destination. And that is a true AmaWaterways difference. Now here you'll see the world of AmaWaterways, starting off with Europe. We are on the Danube and the Rhine rivers, offering over 20 itineraries on these very popular rivers. Now it also depends on the time of year. As we like to say, there's 4 seasons on both the Danube and the Rhine. And depending on when you cruise, you can have a different, unique experience, especially if you go during the spring or the summer or the holiday markets with the Christmas market cruises. We have France also, of course, in Europe with 6 different itineraries offered on the Seine, the Rhone, the Saône, the Burgundy, the Bordeaux regions as well. And we also have Portugal in Europe. There's 2 different itineraries there on the Douro River with a round trip Porto option or an open jaw Porto to Vega de Rão option. And in total, we actually have 22 ships that sail down those rivers in Europe, and soon to be 2023 as we build a new ship for Portugal, the AmaCentra. But then we also have our exotics. On the Mekong, we visit Vietnam and Cambodia. On the Chobe River, we visit it's actually called our Africa Safari and Wildlife Cruises. And also currently sailing is the Nile, our Nile cruises on our new Secrets of Egypt and the Nile itinerary. But then starting next year, as we talk about the relationship that our owners have across the globe and being able to innovate and create these experiences, Colombia is a byproduct of that, and being able to build a relationship with our Colombian family and determine to build and curate and build the infrastructure for river cruising in South America. So we'll be starting there next year, actually November of 2024, we will start cruising the Magdalena River in Colombia. So we are so excited about this, and it really speaks like things volumes to the ability that our owners have to build new relationships, to seek out new destinations, and to be true innovators in this river cruising world. Now with AMA, we do the slow and steady approach. So we'll really focus on the quality over the quantity of ships. We'll build about 1 to 2 ships per year, with our newest builds coming with the AMA Lilia, which will be added to Egypt in 2024. The AMA Magdalena that will be coming to South America for the Colombia itinerary down the Magdalena in 2024. And then 2 ships in 2025, a second ship for Colombia, the AMA Melodia, coming in June of 2025. And then you have the AmaCentra, a sister ship to the AmaDouro, coming to Portugal in spring of 2025. So again, slow and steady approach. This is to maintain consistency. You will always receive a certain level of service, of accommodations, of atmosphere and experience, no matter where you are with AmaWaterways across the world. As we talked about leading the way, they really speak to our innovation. And having someone like Rudy Schreiner at the helm, there's so many different innovations, and you'll notice that there are things that AmaWaterways will set forth, and our friendly competitors out there do tend to follow suit, which we love to see. But it's also really just great to know, and it gives us great pride in knowing that we were the first to come up with these concepts. And it really speaks volumes to the pulse that we keep and the connection that we have with our travel partners and you with your guests, so that we can continuously improve our product through the feedback and the information that we receive from each and every one of you. Now, some of those innovations include the twin balcony stateroom. So AMA was the first to come up with this concept of having a full outside balcony with the 2 chairs and a table, but also a fridge balcony inside that same exact room, giving you the luxury of fresh air, right? And the ability to go outside and enjoy the atmosphere if that's what you wish. Or the first cruise line, river cruise line, to offer an entire fleet of complimentary bicycles on board every single one of our European vessels. which really speaks to our innovation and focusing on wellness, which really wellness, is fleet wide. Not only do we have those bicycles, but we have a fitness room on board every single one of our vessels. In addition to that, sustainability is somewhere that we lead the way. We've been awarded the Green Award because the minimal carbon footprint and the elimination of single-use plastics and the ability to minimize waste, recycling, and things of that sort. And we'll continue to look for new ways to maintain that focus on sustainability. And then lastly, but certainly not least, the Alma Magna that you see pictured, the hero image here on the screen. That Alma Magna is a vessel twice the width of standard European river cruise ships out there. It is truly one of a kind, built in 2019 and debuted in 2019 in the summer. And it truly just blew our socks away. But the innovation didn't stop there. The Alma Magna not only has multiple dining venues, multiple bars, spinning with a view on the aft of the ship, but this year we furthered that innovation by putting a regulation-sized pickleball court on the sun deck of the Alma Magna. So we have a commitment, and that commitment is continue to evaluate and implement new product offerings, whether that be new destinations, whether that be new amenities on board, whether that be new experiences ashore, to ensure that we can deliver the most amazing river cruise experience for your clients. Now, as we talk about our staterooms, our ships, I just want to spend a little bit of time here on our staterooms, because we do have some of the most beautiful and spacious staterooms and suites out there on the river, truly providing your clients with the luxury of space. Our award-winning ships boast these staterooms that are most popular among our guests. So what we've decided to do is that 80% of the staterooms will have that design of the middle image there on the left. That middle image is that twin balcony design at 235 square feet. So these are the rooms that your clients want. We put more of these type of accommodations on board, which does mean that we have to put less guests on board because we can't have as many staterooms, but it allows us to give more of what your clients want. But in addition to that, our ships are so carefully curated and designed that not only can we give them the most desirable stateroom size and design, but we also give them ample public space and onboard amenities as well, which is something that's very important for those who wish to stay entertained when they are on board the river cruise ship. Now, our smallest stateroom, as far as twin balconies go, they actually start off at 210 square feet, and they range up into 350 square feet if you're talking about our standard ships. Now, if you go into the Alma Magna, which is in a league of its own, that ship's staterooms start off at 205 square feet and go all the way to 710 square feet, with the majority of the staterooms on that vessel being 355 square feet, being larger than the main suites on all of our other European vessels. So just to keep that in mind and help you put it into perspective. But also with that innovation comes with being innovative with partnerships. And we have an amazing partnership with Adventures by Disney. They utilize our vessels and our crew, and then they create a Disney product to immerse their travelers into Europe in a very unique way. With that partnership, it enlisted us to actually enhance our stateroom design and ships, where now we have vessels that boast connecting staterooms, like you see pictured there in the bottom left-hand corner, but also staterooms that can handle triple occupancy or quadruple occupancy as well. So again, it's all about just staying in contact and knowing what your clients need, maybe even before they need it. And that actually leads us to how we were able to curate the design on board the ship to allow for public space, so that the vessel is not just a place to dine and to sleep. And this now becomes a place of an opportunity for additional relaxation. On every AmaWaterways River Cruise European vessel, there is a pool or a whirlpool out on the sun deck. That is a very unique feature, and it is a highlight, especially during those summer months. We also have a massage room on each one of our ships. There is a place to have your hair styled. There are a library on board each one of our ships. We also have a fitness room, walking tracks on the sun deck, a boutique in order to buy some of those gifts to take home to friends and family, and more. So there are no shortage of amenities. And as you can see, that pickleball court that I was telling you guys about on the Ama Magna, absolutely stunning. Now, also with AmaWaterways, we're always trying to find the ways to increase and enhance the product without having to really charge a significant amount to the client. So a couple years ago, we decided to add this feature to our product at no charge in order to find some middle ground. With AmaWaterways, we provide unlimited champagne, wine, and beer during meals. But in addition to that, an hour before dinner every evening, we provide a complimentary sip and sail cocktail hour. During this hour, we provide unlimited champagne, wine, and beer, as well as spirits. So we always get the question, why don't we do drinks included all day? Why don't we provide drink packages? Well, our answer is that we want the guest experience to be more about being off of the ship and exploring ashore and immersing into the local culture than it is about staying on board to make the most of their drink packages or to make the most of that amount that they feel like they've paid and contributed for included drinks all day. So it's all about immersing yourself, going to a local beer garden, having tea at a local tea house, and spending time with the locals, because that is what river cruising is all about. So here we found the perfect hour when everyone should be on board, an hour before dinner, for you to share your experiences with one another, to have this happy hour experience, and then get ready to head down to an amazing award-winning cuisine experience. Our award-winning cuisine is truly an extension of the destinations of which we sail. We're all about providing you with regional specialties, but we take it a step further. Not only do we provide regional specialties, the ingredients are locally sourced. So you see the crew every day disembark to get locally fresh sourced ingredients to make those regional specialties as authentic as possible. So you don't have to go hunting to find that soccer tort or that schnitzel. We're going to make sure to provide it to you at one point during our meals on board your river cruise ship. All of our onboard dining is included. There are not large freezers on board. We keep our freezers just for our ice cream. So everything is fresh, even our fish, which is something that is really amazing to make note of. We are the only river cruise company inducted into La Chaîne de Rotisserie, which is the world's largest food and wine organization founded in Paris many years ago. That speaks to the culinary excellence that your clients will experience being on board with AMA. But not only do we provide these most amazing meals throughout the day, but we even have specialty dining on board AmaWaterways. Every single one of our river cruise ships will boast a chef's table restaurant. This chef's table specialty restaurant is found on the aft of our ships, lined with floor to ceiling windows and serving a 10-course tasting menu. Exquisite locally sourced cuisine are paired with these amazing wines and aperitifs and palate cleansers, amazing desserts, and you can even see your chef prepare a meal for you behind that glass enclosed kitchenette. Now, this is included. The guests don't pay anything additional, so they would sign up for it once they're on board on the evening that they wish. So this is a great time for anyone who's coming on board to celebrate that special anniversary or birthday. This is the space to do so. Now, we take it a bit further. As I mentioned, the Ama Magna is in a league of its own. So instead of just having a main restaurant and a chef table, the Ama Magna has actually 4 unique restaurants. So you do have the main restaurant and the chef's table, as we've mentioned, but we've added 2 additional dining opportunities. One of them is Jimmy's Restaurant. Now, Jimmy's Restaurant is a restaurant that actually is a family style restaurant. And this restaurant, everything is served family style, and it's named after our late owner and co-founder, Jimmy Murphy. And then we have al fresco serving a lighter Mediterranean fare. This is actually found on the aft of the ship on the Ama Magna, lined with floor-to-ceiling windows that are actually retractable, that you can get that fresh air and you can really truly enjoy this unique experience. And of course, the best part, All of our onboard dining is included, no matter what vessel you're on. So we encourage your clients to take advantage of it all. Now, after dining, we all head up to the lounge, the panoramic lounge, where we'll have our nightly onboard entertainment. So every one of our vessels has a resident pianist, but in addition to that, we bring on local entertainers to bring to life some of the local flavors, whether it's a quartet coming on board to perform, or it's jazz singers, or it's a interactive folklore dance performance. We have something that's going to bring that culture to life for you on board your river cruise vessel. Now, also in that panoramic lounge, there may be times where we hold our wellness classes. We also hold them on the sun deck when it is weather permitting, or in the fitness room. Now, each of our vessels boast a actual wellness host, a certified wellness host, who offers fitness classes throughout the day. So we're the first company to introduce this. We have exercise classes every morning, from stretching to core strengthening to my favorite, champagne yoga. We now do classes for pickleball up there on the Ama Magna. The wellness host can take you out biking throughout the day on digestive walks. This is an added feature for your clients at no additional charge for those who want to maintain a fitness routine or really focus on their wellness and their health as they are traveling. Now, this can extend to our ashore experiences, because our shore experiences provide active options as well. We have biking tours that are guided. We have hiking tours to the top of the Buddha Castle, or that beautiful view of Passau, where those rivers, the tale of three rivers. So those are included with AmaWaterways, as well as our standard tours that might take you on a walking tour through Budapest to learn about the Buddha versus the Pest side, or that walking tour at a winery where you learn about the different varietals, learn the story of the vineyards, and then get to do some wine tasting after it's over. Or going to that local bakery and doing some pastry making or chocolate making with the chocolatier. With AmaWaterways, every shore excursion listed in our brochure or online is included, and there are no additional charges. So on average, 2 to 3 choices of shore excursions are included daily. There are some days where you can choose from up to 6 different excursions. We make this way because we believe that luxury equates to choices. You need choices in order to truly have a luxury experience, because it will then cater to the personal preferences of the individual traveling with us. So not only are there different types of tours and UNESCO World Heritage visits, but we offer them at different paces as well. Gentle walkers, regular walkers, active walkers, catering to the wide demographic of travelers who travel on board with AMA. And for those who have a little bit too much fun at night on the dance floor, we even have late risers tours for you, so that you can do the same tour just a little bit later, as we want you to have it your vacation your way. Now, additional feature about those shore excursions that I think is something to highlight as an AmaWaterways difference are the exclusive experiences. So not only are they included, but we offer these surprises and delights with exclusive experiences based on the cultures and regions that you visit. So number one, we limit the number of people within each excursion group so that you have that luxurious space. So that's another AMA difference. Well, I would say on average about 15 to 20 guests, sometimes less in each of those groups. Now, we also have the opportunity to offer things that are exclusive and will happen year round, no matter when you travel with AMA. For instance, Oktoberfest, right? This is a culturally important event in Germany. And we make sure that it's not just September that you get to experience this, that you get to experience Oktoberfest year round with AmaWaterways, because we have a private and exclusive Oktoberfest celebration where we invite the local royals, and we do performances, and we try the local beer and have pretzels and really celebrate like the locals do. Or the visit to Landstein Castle when we're in Landstad. Or even in our Columbia product, as we bring the year-round Carnival celebration, which we are really excited to deliver and curate for your clients. So those exclusive experiences aren't just about, excursions ashore, but it's also about destinations like Colombia in general, because AmaWaterways will be the first and only river cruise company sailing here until, of course, our friendly competitors decide to come over as well. So we are committed and we remain committed to you of delivering and identifying new ways to capture your clients' attention so that they want to travel and experience the AmaWaterways difference. And that leads us into the theme cruises that we offer, because this gives you a new aspect of what you can experience on an AmaWaterways river cruise by adding a layered theme to it. So one of my favorite themes, of course, is our Christmas cruises. What a spectacular experience in Europe during Christmas. They truly do Christmas like a winter wonderland. And to see that ship docked right there on the banks of the rivers that are lined with snow, the cathedrals and the churches that are having snow, the hilltops that are filled with snow. I mean, it's just a beautiful sight to see. The decorations are stunning. I would argue that AmaWaterways has the best decorated ships out there on the river. You can see us coming from a mile away. There's even an internal competition of the crew amongst each other to figure out who can make their ship the most beautiful. And so that is something that your clients can experience with us. But there's also those wine cruises. There's about 75 dates a year where we add this wine theme, where we do everything that we normally would do on an AmaWaterways river cruise, but we immerse you more into the wine aspect by adding more tours to wineries. And speaking of winemakers and winery owners, and learning about old age wine versus new age wine, and doing tastings on board, paired with different lectures and wine pairing dinners. It is truly an amazing experience for those who love wine. And then you have themes like the Tulip Time cruises, which happen in the springtime. And these are opportunities to really dive into those who love gardening or the outdoors, or really the tulips, the Keukenhof Gardens, the Dutch and Belgian waterway itinerary really comes to life in the springtime with these vibrant colors and the most amazing aromatic smells that these flowers give off, that truly just make it a spectacular time to travel during this season. And our most recent themed cruise that I'm so proud of is one that I've worked on extensively in pioneering. This venture is called our Soulful Epicurean Experience, which is a river cruise that has been curated to celebrate the Black heritage and the African and Black diaspora. We had our first inaugural sailing this year in August the 24th to September the 3rd, and we had a focus on Josephine Baker and how she's a French hero. We explored Black Marseille and learned a little bit about the history there, and Black Paris, and visited a cemetery where the Senegalese soldiers were buried, and so much more. And it was so well received. We have 4 departures next year, excuse me, and 5 coming to you in 2025. And again, this is another one of our commitments to keep our posts, to make sure that we are diverse, that we are inclusive, and that we are providing a product that everyone would know and love and feel that sense of belonging. Now, of course, you know, river cruises is where it's at. It's the core of what we do, but we know that it's all about creating an overall experience for your clients. So not only do we offer our 7-night river cruises, but we've curated pre and post land packages that you can add on to your 7-night cruise, creating a more cohesive experience for your clients. And it's a really great way to spend some extra time in places that are not accessible by river. Like, for instance, being able to go to Mont Saint Michel in France, or doing the Eiffel Tower in Paris, or excuse me, in Prague, in Czechia, maybe going to the astronomical clock. In Lake Como, we have a beautiful land extension there. In Petra, Jordan, the list goes on. So land packages with AMA are wonderful. We include the transfers between the land and the cruise, depending on whatever direction or which one comes first. We also include full American breakfast always during our land packages, as well as at least one included shore excursion. 1 city tour per land package is also included. Sometimes there are additionals. But one of the best features about our land packages is the fact that our cruise manager The same one who operates the 7-night cruise actually travels with our guest during the land extensions and with that on that transfer to and from the land. So it's a great way to again create this very cohesive experience as our cruise manager stays with your guest every step of the way. They are extraordinary, they are friendly, they are knowledgeable, and they are, in my opinion, the best in the industry. So not only are they a huge draw for everything that they do and how they treat your clients on board the ship, but they are amazing for being able to carry and extend that to your clients during the land so that they have a concierge and someone to refer to for recommendations, to find out about the best place to get the most inexpensive souvenirs and the local shops in order to buy those one-of-a-kind craftsman handy gifts to come back and send to your friends and family. So we encourage you to always offer our land extensions with AmaWaterways. Well, we always say that this all rolls down to the fact that the heart of AmaWaterways is our people. As beautiful as our ships are, the hardware, as amazing as the excursions are, it's the people. It's the people, our software that truly stand out and make a difference, differentiating us from our competitors. Our crew go above and beyond. They're full of surprises and delights, and they're continuously looking to ensure that they exceed our guests, your clients' expectations. Their ability and the flexibility to change and to adapt to a variety of scenarios. We know that not everything always is perfect, but they make it seem that it is because they are so wonderful in ensuring that your guests and your clients feel like they're a part of the AmaWaterways family, a true extension of that. Now, when we talk about the people, though, it's not just the crew that's on board, it's our partners, it's you out there. We wouldn't be where we are today without you. Some companies make their decisions based on how they can make an extra dollar, but we make our decisions on how we can provide better support to you. You are our valued travel partners and how we can create a better guest experience for our guests and your clients so that you look good and that they want to keep coming back to us. So thank you for everything you do. We can't wait to see what the future brings for us all, for you, for your clients, for our guests, as we continue to hopefully be your number one partner. 97% of our business actually comes from our partnerships. So we like to say that we're more than a supplier. We are your partner because this is our business model and it's one that works. We're all about relationship building and being there for you every step of the way. We have no direct strategy. And 97% of our business comes through you. We'll never work with Costco. We believe in the power and the position of advisors and will continue to scream that from the rooftops. And our sales team are the ones that do it the best, and they're dedicated to you. We want you to connect with your local BDM if you have not done so already. Schedule a cruise event. They're your business partners. They want to see you win. They want to see you succeed. Their success is your success and your success is their success. I just wanted to spend a little time on the people, our sales team. Alma means love, and they are the ones who put the heartbeat into it all. They come in a combination with you, in a combination to our extensive team who are on board our river cruise ships. But as we close out here, I want to take some time to talk about our exotics, starting with the newest exotics, Colombia, down the Magdalena River, starting in 2024. We're so excited to explore the coffee and the culture and the cumbia, the amazing bird life species that are found here. There are more bird life species found here in Colombia than there are collectively in North America. How fascinating is that? We're so excited to be coming to this new destination. As I mentioned, we are building the infrastructure here. Colombia is considered a very diverse country. I mean, the culture, the geography, the rich history, it really makes it a very nice destination to travel due to the variety of what you can do. It's almost like a straight out of a novel experience where you're really going to be captivated and dazzled by the contrast of like the colonial architecture, but also the modern cities and the richness of these native communities and these vibrant colors and the natural biodiversity. I mean, the festivals, the fairs, it is going to be truly a magical experience here in Colombia, and we cannot wait to deliver this experience to you. We'll have 2 ships that we're currently building here, the Alma Magdalena, Alma Melodia. As mentioned, the Alma Magdalena will start in November of next year, and the Alma Melodia will start in June of 2024. We'll have 2 itineraries taking you from Cartagena to Barranquilla and the reverse direction, Barranquilla to Cartagena. These particular vessels will be about 60 to 62 passenger vessels. I'm sorry, 60 to 64 passenger vessels. They'll have a whirlpool up there on the sun deck. They'll have the fitness room, the main restaurant. We'll do a brand new specialty dining experience similar to what we're doing with the Chef's Table restaurant. And we are just so excited for these extraordinary river cruise ships to be added to our fleet. You can also extend, of course, your land stay. You extend your experience with the land stay. We'll have an opportunity to add pre or post land. You can either spend extra time in Cartagena because it's such a fascinating city, or you can spend some time in Medellin or in Panama City. So there's a couple of different options there for those who wish to spend more time in this vibrant destination. Now, going back to some of our core exotics that are available right now to travel, the Mekong River, my absolute favorite in Southeast Asia there. You have a 7-night cruise going from Siem Reap to Ho Chi Minh City with opportunities to add pre and post land. And that is in Siem Reap, in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, and Ha Long Bay. Immersive experiences like riding the local modes of transport, like tuk-tuks and ox cart rides, learning about the culture and feeding the monks and getting a Buddha blessing, or the opportunity to practice English with some of the students that are there, or visiting these stunning temples that are just so fascinating and aesthetically just stunning. And then, of course, we hop over to Africa, our safari and wildlife cruise. There's an opportunity to see the big 5: cheetahs, lions, water buffalo, elephants, rhinos. We've got it for you on these Africa safari and wildlife cruises. You spend 4 nights on the Chobe River, and then you add land extensions like Cape Town and Victoria Falls, Kruger National Park, going over to East Africa for Tanzania, the Serengeti, Arusha, and so much more. So there's many options to explore the wildlife, get up close and personal, extend your stay in Rwanda for the golden monkey experience or the gorilla encounter. We've got covered with these 2 amazing exotic itineraries, and of course, the Nile River. The Amalilia is going to be debuting next year for the Nile River. So we're excited and want to mention that as we continue to sail in this destination. We are currently sailing now. We've only suspended our Israel extensions, but our cruises are completely unaffected. So we want you guys to know that and feel the confidence in AmaWaterways for this destination. We have guests that are booked well throughout the rest of the year. There are departures that are still 100% booked. We aren't really seeing many cancellations coming through. So contrary to some of the buzz out there, we wanted to give you some of that firsthand confidence about this destination, and knowing that at any point that we did feel that it was unsafe or we were being impacted by what was happening there in Israel, then we would make sure to make the proper concessions to take care of our guests and provide alternative solutions. So just so you know that. Now, we're going to close off with some of these great offers because I know you guys are excited and ready to book. Right now, our leading offer is to save 20%. It's a 20% cruise savings. These are on departures for Europe and the Mekong for this year and next year as well. It's all cabin categories, and it's on select departure, but there are a vast range of departures where you can take advantage of this offer, and it is combinable with the other offers we have out here in the marketplace. This is good through the end of the year, through December 31st. Now, this is the offer for double occupancy. If you are a solo traveler, we have you covered as well. Instead of having 20% off the per person rate, you're going to pay the brochure rate and just pay an additional 20% for those solo travelers. This is the alternate offer for any date that has 20% off. So we know that the alternate offer for solo travelers is a 20% single supplement on those same exact departures. Again, this is good for both Europe and Mekong cruises through the end of the year. It does not apply to suite categories. Just want to make sure to add that. Now, we also have an amazing air program. It's called Air Plus. This is a new program we've just introduced. It's an ongoing program. Now, if your cruise embarks within 330 days and it has any type of retail promotion on it, you can add on Air Plus, which provides flat air rates round trip, $8.99 per person for Europe economy air, $22.99 per person for that Europe premium economy, and $42.99 per person for that Europe business class air. Again, this is applicable for any departure embarking within 330 days with a retail promotion on it. Take advantage of it. It's a great opportunity. Now, for those cruises embarking outside of 330 days, this Air Plus program is available on all of those Europe departures outside of 330 days. So for those who wish to plan a little bit further and have a good idea of their overall pricing, we've got them covered now. Not only that, but we know that this is going to increase the amount of air, and it has. So we now have a 24/7 air desk. So we can take care of your air needs at all times, anytime, anywhere. For those guests who don't want to take advantage of the 20% cruise savings on our Mekong departures, because they are going to do the full package, then I would suggest they take advantage of our 2-for-1 land offer. So this says that if your clients purchases the 7-night Mekong River cruise, they can add on the 8-night land package at half off. Wonderful opportunity for your clients who are looking to travel in this exotic destination. And for those looking further out, we do have our 2025 early booking rewards on all departures in 2025. There are up to 20% cruise savings. So that's Europe, Asia, Africa, Egypt, and Colombia cruises. 5%, 10%, 15%, or 20% off. There is something for your clients. Now, for those that are looking at those holiday cruises, now is the time to lock them in. This is why holiday cruises are so scarce when we're closer in, because we put these great offers out there in advance. So on our holiday triple savings dates, your client gets $2,000 savings per stateroom, a complimentary stateroom upgrade, $100 onboard credit per stateroom, and you receive 5% bonus commission as our gift to you. Wonderful opportunity. This is for your clients who book in balcony staterooms or higher on select 2025 holiday departures. Now, also, we have a great group incentive for anyone that wants to take out new group space. If you take a new group out in 2024 or 2025 for Europe or Mekong, then you will get a complimentary cabin up front to travel with your group. This will encourage you to start a Sail With Me campaign, encouraging your clients to come along with you. Talk to your BDM so you can flesh out a strategy for this. It's been boosting our group business like crazy. So please take advantage of it. It is a wonderful opportunity. And the best part about it is it doesn't take away from the earnings of your TCs. You still earn your TCs. So remember, groups with AMA is just 5 staterooms. So if you commit to putting a group with AMA, you get a complimentary stateroom up front, and you still have time to get those 5 cabins deposited and booked within that group and earn your TCs on it. So let's boost that AmaWaterways business. We are here for you. We've got our amazing new brochures. You can either scan the QR codes there, or of course, they are found online in the brochure section, or of course, you can go into the advisor portal and find the brochures there. You can download them, you can order some. This is also where the online booking engine is, Webinar Wednesdays, our AMA Academy, our FAM opportunities. There is a treasure trove of programs and resources, but your number one resource, of course, is your dedicated BDM, our sales team out there. Again, your success is their success, and they are here for you every step of the way. So please reach out to them if you don't know who they are. Their regions are located here. If you happen to be in the regions of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, or Utah, send me an email and we'll get you set up with someone that can assist you as we look to fulfill that position. And with that, I would love to pass it back over to you, Joanna, so that we can start with some of the Q&A as we have a few minutes here for the closing of our webinar.
Jasmine, I just want to first say thank you for a beautiful presentation, all the images that you included. I loved the video. It really captures the essence of what AmaWaterways has to offer. And so we do have a question here about the soulful experience sailing that AmaWaterways offers. We have a couple attendees who are asking, could you just speak about any marketing techniques that you have to really get clients interested in joining a sailing like that?
Absolutely. So excited to hear that as one of the questions to come up. As I mentioned, it's close to my heart. But we've actually created a toolkit. It is a soulful experience toolkit that has a number, a variety of media content that you can utilize to promote these departures. There are pictures, there are videos, there are blog posts, there are articles, and we have some diverse imagery that you can utilize. It has been doing so wonderful. So next year, there is a June 17th to the 27th departure. That departure is nearly sold out, but you can focus on the June 13th to June 23rd departure. So that one is actually going to take you from Arles to Lyon with 3 post nights in Paris. That is that 10-night itinerary, and it is going to run over Juneteenth. So we'll have a Juneteenth celebration on board. We also have our Secrets of Egypt and the Nile, which still has just only a handful, less than a handful of cabins left. It is booked up pretty well. That one is May 17th of next year. And then we added a brand new destination, the enticing Douro, for November of next year. It'll be a little chilly, but it'll just add to the overall atmosphere and experience. Let's stay bundled up for this departure. So that one's November the 13th. We'll start off with 3 pre-nights in Lisbon, and then the 7-night cruise round trip Porto to Porto. So all this information can actually be found at amawaterways.com/soulful, and you'll be able to really get some of that content, but you can also log into the advisor portal. The toolkits are there, or reach out to your local BDM. They'll be happy to assist you with getting you that content to help promote these special departures.
Thanks so much, Jasmine. Could you actually go back to that screen where you had all of the sales team contact information on, so that while we're doing the Q&A portion, perfect, because that was one of the questions. We did have a couple people asking how they could just find out who there was. So it sounds like people are getting excited to sell what AMA has to offer. Another question that we had, I know that you mentioned that at all the different destinations, the onboard cuisine is catered or showcases the local cuisine. Is that correct?
Correct, absolutely. It's part of, I like to say, it's part of getting a taste of the culture, right? Both literally and figuratively as well. So, when you travel to these destinations, I know for myself as a foodie, I always want to taste the local specialties. So we'll make sure that those local specialties are delivered to you during your meals on board, which really helps to elevate that overall river cruise experience with AMA.
So it's very personalized, and I just want to ask, because it's so personalized and because it's so in tune with the local cuisine, if there is a client who is on board who may have a food restriction or dietary needs, how soon in advance should they let you know that, so that the chefs on board can still provide them with that catered experience when it comes to their food?
Well, that's really a great question. It's an area that we do feel like we shine. We have some fantastic chefs on board. We can pretty much accommodate any dietary restrictions. Usually you'll fill that out when you're doing your online cruise check-in. But in addition to that, if you have more than just a handful of things to make note of, items to make note of, then our maitre d' or head chef will actually sit down with you on the first day of the cruise to go over that list with you, make sure they fully understand it, so that they are able to deliver a comparable dining experience to you, irregardless of those restrictions. So it is an area that I think we truly shine and we take pride in making sure that we can deliver an elevated dining experience for those guests who may have had trouble on their vacations in the past, and knowing that it's not a concern or worry or challenge for us at all, and that we welcome those opportunities to be able to give them that one-of-a-kind dining experience.
I love that. As a foodie myself, I hope that everyone on board can just try all the local cuisines, especially when they're traveling on such a great ship and just going to these unique places. So that's great to hear. Another question that we had here, I know that you spoke about the onboard amenities, the excursions on land when you all do dock. So one question that I wanted to ask you is regarding families. So I know that you spoke about groups and solo travelers and everything like that. But when it comes to families, is there an age restriction or a recommended age when sailing with AmaWaterways? And when it comes to the excursions or things to do on board, are there certain areas that are for a certain age and up, or should they let you know or select different destinations based on if they're bringing children?
We don't allow any children under the age of 4. We don't recommend anyone under the age of 7. And we probably don't get very many that are not in their teenage years or older, but we do have the opportunity for them to travel. We don't have much that caters directly to children. So it's typically those that are well traveled. They want to see those history books, come to life, things that they're learning in school. But I always say that a great time for families is typically during the Christmas season. Not only are the children typically out of school for an extended period of time, but it's a great time because of the Christmas spirit. Christmas has no age and it caters to everyone. So it has more activities like Christmas tree caroling and tree decorating and the Santa Claus replication. And we have Santa Claus come on board, one of the crew members dress up, and we really get into the holiday festivities. And that is a time that I think the younger children can feel a little bit more included. Outside of that, we don't have anything that specifically caters. On the Ama Magna, that vessel is a little bit more family friendly. There is a cinema. That cinema does have gaming consoles, the ability to watch movies and things of that sort. There's also the spinning with the view. There's the chessboard on the sun deck, the pickleball, etc., and the pool. So that vessel is probably a little bit more family friendly. But I would say if you're looking for entities that really cater to a younger demographic, that is when we are very confident and comfortable in recommending Adventures by Disney, because they actually curate experiences that really take into account that younger traveler.
No, I love that you guys bring the holidays onto board and just take into account what season it is. That sounds lovely and a very, very unique experience that AmaWaterways is offering. So we are just about out of time here. Jasmine, did you want to provide any contact information for our attendees if they have any other questions regarding the information that you presented, or if they just wanted to follow up with you?
Absolutely. So I just put this back up here. My email address is my first and last name at amawaterways.com. So JAZZMINE, D as in Delta, OUSE, at amawaterways.com. Feel free to send me an email if you need absolutely anything. I also have a cell number where you can text me or give me a call, and that is 818-312-6574. Again, that is 818-312-6574. So you can reach me via email, jasminedowse@amawaterways.com, or via cell at 818-312-6574. And that is how you can get in contact with me.
Thank you so much for making yourself available to our travel agents, Jasmine. I do also want to just conclude with saying that a lot of our attendees want to thank you for a great presentation. They commented about the photos, and they said that your passion was noted throughout the entire presentation. So I hope that you can host another webinar with us in the future, and I hope that everyone has a great day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you out there on the rivers one day.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.